variance when it comes to hitting with runners in scoring position, but it's been a month of struggles. Do you have any concerns of just?
I have concerns of everything. When we're going great, when we're not, and everything in between. I try to evaluate it not emotionally every day. The last 2 nights with runners in scoring position feel like we've swung the bat pretty well and haven't got results. There's certainly been stretches where we haven't, and at the end of the day, I mean, we're going to have this conversation next year, the next year, the next year. What's going on with runners in scoring position?
New York Yankees fans, yet again, it is Felix from NYYNEWS. Like always, como estás? Aaron Boone once again in the hot seat. Yankees fans have had enough. But what is enough? It seems like we go through this time and time again. We've had enough of Boone. Boone is still the Yankees manager. Nobody's ever held accountable. You know why his players are never held accountable? Because the manager himself has never faced repercussions. And what I mean by that is that he hasn't lost his job. Outside of being a manager, Aaron Boone seems like a great guy. He's a guy, a typical classical guy that you could have a few beers with, get drunk, and have a great time. But him as a manager, particularly the manager of the New York Yankees, things haven't worked out. For instance, 2 weeks ago, I came on here before anybody, and I stated, yes, the Yankees are in a slump, but they are in the Aaron Boone slump. And I outlined the problematic players, Wells, Volpe, etc. Great story with this guy, J.C. Escada. I mentioned them all. You know why? Because it's common sense. I highly doubt the Yankees front office is this stupid. How can fans pinpoint with accuracy what players don't fit with this team? Everyone seems to know. And the name that keeps popping up repeatedly is the manager, Aaron Boone. It's comical. It's highly saturated. You know how many videos we've done about Boone? Many other content creators as well. Because it's the same thing that always comes out of this guy's mouth. All of his post-game interviews sound the same. Oh, it's just baseball. We're going to turn the corner. Yeah, that's what happens. No accountability whatsoever. When you have a manager like that, your players are going to parrot you. This is what we're seeing with particular names like Volpe. In a post-game interview, he came out the other day and took no accountability whatsoever about his 2 errors. And some might argue, those are tough errors to count, but still, they counted. The other guy, you could call him, let's name their duo, Brian Cashman as Right Said Fred, and Aaron Boone as Aaron Baboon. The other guy in the hot seat, Brian Cashman, I don't dislike Cashman because I know for a fact that he's very similar to my way of thinking. And he's been held back by Hal Steinbrenner. Cashman has always liked the big fish. But when you have an owner like Hal Steinbrenner always pinching pennies compared to what they make, the profits that this franchise generates, and we're not talking about ticket sales, etc. We're talking about modern day with the internet, with Google shopping, all this merchandise. These guys make a ton of money. But how Steinbrenner spends, look at the Yankees payroll. Yes, they do spend, but when they get a player, they stop at that player. I hate going back to George Steinbrenner because I grew up watching the Yankees as far as I can remember in the early 90s. But I hate to go back to him because his, like I said, it's so repetitive. But, if Hal had the guts and the will like his father, he would just get every player possible. Like how the Dodgers have been doing it. A lot of people are going to hate this. I don't think it's 100% Cashman's fault. Yes, you might argue, you might put him in the same category as Aaron Boone, but I put Hal and Boone in the same category. if Brian Cashman ever loses his Yankees job, I could see a telltale book coming out on Amazon, a memoir, and he'll probably spill all the beans because Brian Cashman is that type of guy that doesn't like dirt put on his name. He's just that type of guy. I believe he's just a front man, a PR guy for the Yankees at this point. I saw a video of when he was hyping up Anthony Volpe, saying that, I forgot what he said, but it was on the lines of, this guy's going to be basically the next Jeter. And if he doesn't perform like that, it's his bad or something like that. I believe that other people in the organization are making these decisions. And they're having Brian Cashman come out and just make a fool out of himself. Because how the heck are we supposed to continue to accept Aaron Boone as the manager of the New York Yankees? We've seen it repeatedly being mocked by Alex Cora, being mocked by Dave Roberts, being mocked by A.J. Hinch. All these great managers always have their way with Aaron Boone. But the players love him. Yes, indeed. And it reminds me of a screenshot Christian from NYYST posted. He posted the stats of Gary Sanchez pre-Aaron Boone. And the comparisons were crazy. Gary Sanchez, an all-star caliber player, versus Gary Sanchez, the bum, the hobo, right when the Yankees decided to choose their painful fate, because that's all we've felt with Aaron Boone. Pain. You know, when the Yankees almost went to the World Series in 2017, that feeling was way better, in my opinion, than the 2024 Yankees. Because we all knew that the Dodgers were just going to have their way with the Yankees. And the answer to that is obvious. Aaron Boone was the Yankees manager. Some way, somehow, he would just find a way, or the Yankees in general under Boone would just find a way to just implode and go home empty-handed. And I saw something about Jeff Passan. He said in an interview that the Yankees fans shouldn't care about championship or bust. You should just be a fan. Yeah, sure. That's the mentality. It's the perfect analogy of what we've been going through with this weird feeling of having Aaron Boone as our manager. This whole era of Booneism just doesn't feel right. So Yankees fans, like always, leave your opinions in the comment section below. This has been Felix from NYYNEWS. Share, like, and subscribe, and I will check you all next time.
Before it hits the front page, NYY